In this video, we're going to tour two new construction homes in South Overland Park, top new home community called Chapel Hill. They're in the final phases, amenities are already in, and the theme of this video is ranches and reverse 1.5s. Main level living, probably some of the most popular types of plans you can find in Kansas City. The first house we're going to show you is a true ranch with a finished basement. We'll go into details to what that means in a second. House number two. Right behind us, some of the most beautiful carpentry and trim work that we've seen. This is the reverse 1.5. Now, before we get started with house number one, if we haven't met yet, my name's Nick.
And I'm Jordan. We help people buy and build homes all across Kansas City. Our contact info is on the screen in the description below. If you need anything, feel free to give us a call, text, or email.
House number one is the Chesapeake Ranch Plus by Hillman Home Building. We'll break down the difference between a ranch and reverse 1.5 in a second. This one comes in at 5 beds, 3 baths, 3,002 square feet. It's on a walkout lot, which is really important. You'll see it in the lower level, and it's priced at $750,000. Now, if there's ever a video where you're gonna see us totally wipe out, it would be this one. There's like a whole inch of ice on the ground, 10 inches of snow. But nice thing about the elevation is you've got the dry stack stone. You'll see it inside on the main floor and the lower level. And then you've got a huge front porch. I know a lot of you are looking for that, and a really big entryway that ties in to the inside of the house. All right, Jordan, come on in.
All right. Absolutely beautiful floor plan, Nick. I love true ranches. Give everybody a little sneak peek here.
For the price, 5 bedrooms, pretty incredible. We'll put the floor plan on the screen so you can see it. The biggest difference you need to know between a ranch and a reverse, this is a ranch. And what that means is you've got 3 bedrooms on the main floor. So you got the master, 2 secondary bedrooms, and that is a really big deal. We'll explain more about that here as we make our way throughout the house. But starting with the entry, Jordan, I know you're a big fan of a lot of volume here.
Yep, huge foyer. I absolutely love it for meeting and greeting people, saying goodbye. You have enough room there. You could do French doors if you wanted to. I love how they did the transom windows up top. I think it's trimmed out really nice as well.
The other nice thing is you've got this clear line of sight from the front to the backyard, but you get this nice big front porch too that you saw in the beginning. And if we back up a little bit, how about this box vault right here?
Yep, I like the box vault. It adds a lot of volume to the room and just extra height as well. And really nice light fixture.
Cool light fixtures. Now, that would be the second major benefit of a ranch or reverse 1.5 is you don't have a second floor, which means you get these really tall ceilings, and they get even taller than this once we get into the main kind of great room as well as the kitchen. But we're going to start with what makes this a true ranch. We've got 2 secondary bedrooms right here, a full bath in the middle. We're going to start with the first one, which, Jordan, as you can see, it's staged as an office right now.
Yep, staged as an office, but obviously it could be used as a bedroom. You do have a closet in here. Beautiful windows, Nick. You've got the single hung windows. You have the grids that match.
Yep.
I looked at that closet earlier. It's huge.
Isn't it really?
Yeah, look how wide that thing is.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, just look how wide the doors are.
Yeah, and granted, if you did use this as an office, again, one of the nice benefits of this being a ranch with 3 bedrooms on the main is you still have room for a guest suite right down the hall. So let's take a look at that. We'll swing back around to the bathroom. But this is where you get your true walk-in closet. It's a good sized room. You got 2 single hung windows, and the 10-foot ceilings are hard to not notice.
Yep, I love tall ceilings. I've got 9 foot in my house, 10 foot. This is even better, that much better. Yep, and they did do a pocket door there too, Nick, to save some space. Really nice.
Well, let's back up a little bit. We'll take a look at the bathroom here. Now, you'll notice the bathroom-bedroom ratio. It's like 5 beds, 3 bathrooms. There's an option if you build it, you could add a half bath downstairs. But I like that this is right between the 2, especially if you use one as an office. Very convenient.
Yep, full bath. Now, this serves the entire main floor here, besides the master.
And as we come into the main area of the house, just a lot of space, a ton of space. What I really like about Hillman is even in their ranches, the reverse 1.5s, they tend to do fireplaces like this in the lower level as well. So make sure you stick around to see it. But love the stacked stone, floor to ceiling.
Yep, absolutely beautiful. I actually like that dark mantle that they did. Create some contrast between these hardwoods, which these are super wide, Nick. That's something I noticed earlier. I really like that.
That's right. And as you come in this way, you'll notice the ceiling, it gets about 1.5 feet taller than the entry again, because you don't have that second story up there. You got 3 picture windows, nearly floor to ceiling, and then we're overlooking the covered deck. Now, another thing that's important to know, both the homes we're going to show you here, they're walkout lower levels, which means the basement is actually above ground and feels not like a basement at all, in fact. But looking at the kitchen, again, you got this tall kind of barn style vault up here, 3 pendant lights, quartz countertops throughout. And I like that they upgraded the appliances. You got Bosch appliances here. 5 burner gas cooktop, everything in the house, soft closed doors, soft closed drawers. And then I love the size of the island here.
Yep, that's what I was going to say a minute ago. Huge island, tons of space, seating space. They've got 3 chairs here. Maybe you could do 4.
You could fit 4. Yeah, these are just a little bit wider. And then the other thing that I like is the separation here. So you got the kitchen, but you've also got this kind of separate breakfast bar area. I like the wine storage below. We just don't see it in all the kitchens.
Yep, I really like how it's on the perimeter there, and you have the refrigerator a little closer to the island in your cooking area, and has a pretty big walk-in pantry here as well, Nick.
Now, one of the things a lot of people like about this plan and this builder is typically, especially if you're to build this, we tend to see like a prep area and prep countertop in the pantry. We're not seeing that in this one. It all varies based on the specific home being built, but it is an option and you've got the space for it, which I know a lot of people want.
Now they do have another one of these in Olathe, and it does have a little prep area in that pantry.
That's right. So a ton of different options. One of the things we consistently see in homes these days, especially when you've got the master on the main floor, you sometimes lose space in the main living spaces. And sometimes that means the dining area gets a little bit smaller, but not here. I love the size of it. I know staging furniture tends to be a little bit smaller, but you've got a lot of space there.
Yep, 6-seater table, a lot of room in this dining area.
And then this was a good touch. They didn't have to put this window in here, but they did. And you get a ton of light because of it.
Yep, I like the window. I also like how it's, would you call that a transom window?
Yeah.
Yep. So lets in all that natural light, but you still have the privacy.
And then we got access to the covered deck right here, composite decking. I like that they did the wrought iron fortress rail. You'll notice there aren't any deck stairs down, and that's because this is a walkout lower level. So the other nice thing, Jordan, we'll get to it in a second.
Yep.
Access from the master onto the deck, which is really nice.
And this is good size. You could put a 6-seater table out here.
Yeah, you could. You could do quite a bit out there. Now, before we take a look at the master suite and the other wing of the house, Jordan, we've got to give a little bit of info about the builder. So Hillman Home Building, they build all over Johnson County. They've been in business for quite a while.
Yep, over 3 decades, and they do have like some of their best-selling plans is this ranch plan here. They also have very popular reverses and a couple of 2-stories.
What I like about this one is for the price point. Overland Park, it is in the Spring Hill School District, but $750, 3,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, and you've got a beautiful wet bar downstairs. You've got a fireplace that looks just like this one down there. There's a lot of value in the house, but one of the funniest things that I think they do is if you go on their website, we'll show you what this looks like. They've got a bunch of plans and they all tend to have like very similar names. So there's like a Chesapeake Ranch X, and then there's a Chesapeake Reverse 1.5 and a Chesapeake Ranch Plus. And there's a ton of different variations that you'll see pop up. So if you like this plan, they got a ton of different options for how you could build it. All right, moving on, we've got the other wing of the main floor. And before we go in here, what I like about it, Jordan, you've got this separation, shared living spaces, and then privacy over here.
Yep. And starting back here, this is the entrance to the garage. And you do have a nice little mud bench here. I like how they did the shiplap. You've got a lot of hooks and cubbies for all of your shoes and hats and coats.
And then coming this way, we mentioned they have a ton of variations of this one. So there are some differences in this compared to others you might see. And one of those, there's no access directly into the master suite from the laundry room.
Yep. And you do have the sink, which is really nice.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, really nice to have in the laundry room. And they have this set up for front load washer and dryers. And I love how they did that counter space there. Makes it nice and convenient.
That's right. And then coming back here again, privacy, you're tucked away from the shared living spaces. Here we are. We got a huge wall of casement windows back here. These are some of the best windows that you can get. There's a weather seal all around versus the single hung that don't have that. So definitely want to see that. But you got a beautiful box vault. Ceilings are already tall.
Yeah, so, that's what I was getting ready to say.
And overall, the size of the room is pretty solid. This is what, a full queen?
I think that's like probably a queen, but I mean, extra wide end tables, you could definitely fit a king in here easy. And the other thing they did, Nick, which not everybody does, is they did the recessed lighting.
Yep. Typically what you see, just a most builder standard is just one lamp or one light fixture or fan with a light in the middle. So seeing all these recessed lights, definitely a big deal.
And one thing you touched on.
I do want to point this out. This is very nice to see. And you'll see this kind of set up in most reverse 1.5s and ranches.
Yep, you have access to your deck, covered deck, you know, just like off the dining room.
Now, if this was on the main, like if this was a flat lot and this walked right out to the backyard, might be some privacy concerns about having this door right here. Nice thing is this is a walkout. So there's no way to access this unless you go through the front of the house. So just something to keep in mind. You got a pocket door right here into the master bath.
Yeah, most of the time we're seeing French doors or barn doors, so that's
a lot of pocket doors.
That's a little unique.
Another one, I'm sure we'll see some more, but pretty big space. You got the tall ceilings again. You've got the recessed lights in lieu of light fixtures, framed in mirror, and then I like how much space you have between the two sinks there.
Yeah, absolutely. I just love the space in this bathroom. Look how wide it is.
And then you've got a freestanding tub, which builder grade is typically something that's built in. So I like to see that they've upgraded it. Transom window up top, private. It's not like right here, which means you don't have to frost it or anything. You still get the light. And then back here, this is probably a price point thing. You've got the framed shower door here. We typically like to see the frameless just because it's nice and open, but I get it. The nice thing here, you've got the quartz threshold, and then you've got the quartz actually seat and bench in the shower. So it's nice and big. You've got the niche, or you've got the corner shelf. And then we went right past the water closet there.
Yeah, so here's the water closet. It does have a pocket door like Nick was saying. And then you do have a big linen closet here. Lots of space.
I always like to see the linen closet in the bathroom, which do keep in mind, depending on the variation, this could potentially be the entry to the laundry room. So again, if you were to build this, a ton of options, but we've got a big master closet straight back.
Yep, big master, lots of hanger space here. Even wraps around to this side. And nice built-in shelves as well.
Well, this home can be built all over Johnson County. The community we're in, like you saw in the intro, Chapel Hill. And this is in the new homes corridor in South Johnson County. At least that's what we call it, because that's where you find all the new home communities. The big difference with this one is that we're in the Spring Hill School District and not Blue Valley. So even though it's Overland Park, some of those school boundaries can really make a big difference. The nice thing about this one, Jordan, this is pretty built out.
Yeah. They started building here over a decade ago. There's just over 500 single-family home sites and several lots available to choose from if you decide you want to build. And builders are still building spec homes too.
Now, we will show you the amenities. Nice thing is they're already in. So you don't have to deal with that whole waiting game of when are they going to be installed. They're already in for you. The other thing is you do have maintenance provided twin villas as well. And because this is one of the final phases, they've got a ton of different builders here. So you have so many different options. There are a ton of spec homes, which can be hard to find because the housing shortage right now. This is one place where you'll find quite a few. And that's why both of these are currently for sale.
Now it's time to take a look at the lower level. Before we go down there, I just wanted to point out the size of this staircase. So it is a U-shaped staircase. We have a landing here in the middle, but it just creates a ton of volume for this main floor.
Yeah, that's those tall ceilings there. Now you've got high
Beautiful
tread
light fixture.
light fixture looks great. You've got this high tread carpet. There's that dark stain you liked.
Yeah, dark stain that matches the mantle. But so Nick kind of touched on it in the intro. Beautiful rec room down here. You do have the stacked stone fireplace that matches that main floor living. And then beautiful wet bar area as well. Quartz countertop that matches the kitchen. And I mean, huge island, Nick.
Now, one of the things we typically see is, builder's standard usually doesn't include different enamel colors. So they definitely upgraded this. It's not cheap to do it because you got to change everything. And this enamel paint is oil-based. There's just more labor involved. But that's quite a perimeter there. You got a lot of space along that back wall.
Yeah, and I do like that color, since you're touching on that there, that darker moody color. And one thing I love, walkout basement. You don't have all the egress windows. Just right outside. I mean, it feels like a main floor living. All right, so getting back to the living area here on this lower level, beautiful stacked stone fireplace, matches the main floor. Big area. I mean, this is a big sectional couch here. You could put multiple pieces of furniture. And then, if you move over there, Nick, and get this shot, huge area over here as well. I mean, pool table, card table, maybe another little dining table or something.
Here's the other thing. Maybe a seating right there as well. Yep, I mean, this is loaded.
You could put a desk in this corner or a little spot for the kids to play. And I love this sliding door. So it only slides on this one side, but I love how there's 3 sections of glass, lets in a ton of light.
So this would be your true exit from that. So if you've got a dog, we're coming downstairs to let them out, unless you've got deck stairs down. But most builders, it just depends on whether they include them or not. One of the nice things is when you do get a walkout lot, you've got this patio below the covered deck. Ton of outdoor living space. Super nice. And so we've got 2 more bedrooms down here.
So you do have a little bit of a hallway here to create that separation and the privacy. And these bedrooms are large. 2 bedrooms, 1 on each side. You've got
I like that you've got the recessed lighting. Again, most builders, the standard is just a light fixture in the center. So certainly nice to see. And then we wrap around, you've got not quite a walk-in closet, but it's a little bit bigger than most that we see.
Yeah, still good size.
Coming around the corner, we've got the full bath in the middle. We do have 2 entrances to this. So there's one in that bedroom, and there's one right here, tile floor. And then you've got the gold light fixture up top. As we turn the corner a little bit, you've got the framed shower door, tile surround, and a pretty good size secondary bathroom.
All right, one thing I want to show before we head to house number 2, this is a ranch plan, and so you have a bigger footprint. You have 3 bedrooms on the main floor. We've got 1,000 square feet finished here on the lower level. There is still a ton of storage, Nick. I just want to point that out really quick. Ton of storage back here. I mean, possibly even more space to finish if you wanted to.
And what you're seeing on the walls, they've insulated the unfinished storage, which not all builders do. It seems common in Overland Park, and I think it used to be part of the city code, but super nice to see that it is a lot of space.
Yep. And you have storage underneath the stairwell, and then on this side, you do have more storage space, and then your HVAC.
Oh my goodness. There's a lot of room here.
Yeah. House number 2, this is the Jacobson Reverse by Doyle Construction. It's a reverse 1.5 story. It's got a very unique floor plan that features a ton of upgrades and trim work that you've probably never ever seen. 4 beds, 4 baths, 3,233 square feet on a 0.24 acre walkout lot. Priced at $879,000.
Now, Jordan, we have done a tour of a Doyle home before. Incredible trim work. This one has a wet room in the master bath, but I love the design. So you got the modern light fixtures, glass panels in the garage door. I know you like this kind of cedar-looking composite deck material here.
Yep, looks really, really good. I love the contrast between the dark color, plus you have the wood look.
And then you've got this sidewalk that's kind of offset a little bit and leads up to this very big front porch. So both the homes here in this video, nice front porches. Jordan, come on in.
All right, very, very cool house. This is gonna be a fun one to show.
It will be. So floor plan, it's on the screen. We mentioned the house number one. It was a true ranch, 3 bedrooms on the main. This is a true reverse 1.5. So basement's finished, master's on the main, and then we've got 1 secondary bedroom. But the design finish, their carpenter must be just incredible. And you'll see that throughout the house. But Jordan, I'm gonna step out of the way. This entry, love the 5 glass panel door,
Yep,
very modern.
I love the door, I love all the natural light. I love the fact that it's 8 foot tall. Super tall ceilings here too, Nick.
That's right. And if you look, some of the light fixtures, they're very unique. And then the trim work too. If you're building a home, if you're looking to do some stuff at your own home, take some inspiration from this because you'll see a ton of different trim accent walls as we go throughout the house. And then Jordan, I gotta admit, I'm a sucker for the horizontal kind of modern stair rail.
Like that modern look?
I mean, not always, but I like that it's horizontal. It's just different than we're used to. And then you got the light fixtures above the staircase. It makes the entry feel pretty big because you've got this volume here. Similar to house number one, you've got the wraparound staircase with the landing. But we're actually gonna start in the office. We walked in here. My jaw just kind of hit the floor.
Nick is a sucker for all these accent walls.
I geek out over that. I mean, this is, how do you think of this? And then how do you add it to the wall? That's very, very impressive.
Yeah, very cool. Man, these ceilings are like 12 foot tall in here.
Now, something that we've seen kind of a theme in offices, which this is staged as, you've got trim as well as the walls. They're the same paint color. Sometimes builders will even do the ceiling the same paint color. And that's called, I think it's called a full dip. I think that's what that's called, when you do everything the same color. But you do have the closet back here, same situation.
Doors are all the same color. Inside the closet's all the same. The shelf, is that the same?
It is, yes.
Okay.
And then let's take a look. We got the full bath right around the corner.
All right, and it does connect here to the office, but we'll just go in through here. You do have this pocket door. Look how wide that vanity is, Nick. Double drawers, really nice.
I think it's quartzite.
Quartzite countertop?
I think it's quartz. It's definitely a natural stone.
Yep, got a lot of nice color in it. Very cool tile. It almost looks like it has rock in it. And then you do have frameless glass shower with little bench seat in there. Very nice.
And coming this way, so we've seen 2 different types of trim accents so far. This would be number 3 right here.
Yeah, every room's different.
That's right. So number 3, I mean, this is very impressive. The tile fireplace, it's recessed into that wall. There's just a lot going on, but I like that it's subtle. It's all that kind of white oak stain color.
And just the way that they did that is a ton of texture.
But overall, very nice space. You've got these 3 huge picture windows, almost 11, 12 foot ceilings here.
Yeah,
very
these
tall.
ceilings are super tall. Look at that light fixture.
I know, I thought that was really,
very,
really
very neat.
But nice thing about this plan is instead of having just a nook off of the kitchen for the dining area, you've got this all open. It makes the whole space feel pretty big. The deck, we'll get to it in a second. It is massive. But then this is like more of a traditional kitchen, which is really, really nice. You got the waterfall island, the veins on this granite countertop. They really match the fireplace. And then I love the perimeter here. You got a ton of space, down lighting. I think everything, all the drawers, soft close, doors aren't. You've got the pot filler here, 4 burner gas cooktop, and then
cabinets all the way to the ceiling. And I know you pointed this out, how they did the stain inside those top cabinets. Very cool.
Beautiful wood detail. And you got the lights up there, the little puck lights. Really nice look. Stacked microwave oven. You've got the profile series, and you've got this extra perimeter space, down lighting. And the pantry is really moody. Take a look at this, Jordan.
Yep, very cool. Walk-in pantry, very tall shelves. I love that color. And it is the enamel, so it's going to last a long time. It's very smooth, easy to clean.
And coming in this way, this is the mudroom. So we will swing around to the master here in a second, but garage entry, you've got your coat closet. And then Jordan, if you take my spot here.
Swing around. You do have a mud bench. You could almost call them lockers, right? Because they have these doors here. Keeps all your coats and everything hidden, which is really kind of nice. You do have the cubbies up top.
We'll swing back around here. Your big dining area. Again, the tall ceilings coming in full effect here. And then oversized, like 1.5 times the size of most sliders.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the deck.
And the deck too.
The deck is big. And you've got the composite decking out here, which is nice. Fortress rails. Covered deck, you've got recessed lights and the fan.
This is really big.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very good size deck. I'd have to put stairs somewhere.
Well, we'll take a look at it here in a second. Let's get out of the 0-degree weather out there.
It's super cold today.
Okay, so we've got our fourth variation of like the trim work that we'll see in here. We're coming into the master. It looks like a full-size bed, but just keep in mind you've got plenty of space. Look at that accent there.
Yeah, very cool. It's like a huge acoustic accent wall, right?
We'll foreshadow. We'll see one in a sec. I love the puck lights up there.
I mean, these are like 4x6s or something. Very neat.
Really makes a statement. So you've got the two windows. The nice thing is that this is almost bumped out a little bit. The carpet, you got a nice dense pad, and then I think the thread count, I don't know what you call it, the density of the carpet itself is higher. So it feels very nice. And then you've got recessed lighting in addition to the fan. And again, most builders, it's typically just one light fixture in the center. So that's certainly really nice to see. And then swinging around this way, here's the big feature in the house, the master bath. This is very impressive. You've got super wide dual vanity, framed mirrors, modern light fixtures up top. And you've got that same dark enamel color that we saw in the pantry. Now, Jordan, the water closet is right around the corner.
Look how big these floor tiles are, Nick.
Yeah.
Huge. These are like 3-4 foot wide.
I love that you've got the tower right here. A ton of storage, glass doors. Another
Very
upgrade.
neat. Good sized water closet, plenty of space in there. Man, I cannot get over how tall these ceilings are in this house.
And the wet room. I know a lot of you ask about this. We see them every once. They're starting to get a little more popular, but they're really neat. The tub inside the shower. I like that you've got the frosted windows already for privacy, but you've got dual shower heads there. You've got a niche in the left side.
Very neat. So you have a wand. That's a wand, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool.
And then a huge master closet with a ton of storage.
Oh, man. So, yeah, tons of cubbies here for shoes, just anything you can think of that goes in your closet. Lots of hanger space as well. And you need a ladder in here, Nick. These cubbies are so tall.
You want to bet?
Do have a pull down here. You might not need a ladder. I mean,
you might be able to reach it. And then you saw this off the garage entry earlier. We got the laundry room. I love the built-ins. This is a Formica top, but it looks like it's stained. And then around the corner, we've got the built-in up top, washer, dryer, and then two
pocket doors.
Pocket doors here.
One on each side. Very neat.
Now, before we take a look at the finished walkout lower level, which yes, has even more accent walls and carpentry work, a little bit about the builder, Doyle Construction. I've walked through several of their models. They don't build a ton of homes in Kansas City. We'll touch on that in just a second, but their trim work, their accent, the carpentry, it's on a whole nother level. Really makes a statement when you walk through.
Yeah, very unique home. So Doyle's been around since 1977, family business. They primarily build homes in Johnson County and primarily in Overland Park and Olathe. And they have some very popular 1.5 story floor plans that start in that 700,000 range all the way up to 1.5 million.
So because we have a ton of different builders in Kansas City, we always get the question, which builders would you recommend? And it completely depends on you, your situation, what you're looking for, the level of finishes you're looking for. So any questions about buying or building a new construction home, we'd love to help. Give us a phone call, text message, email. And even if it's 0 degrees outside with 10 inches of snow on the ground, we're here to help. So give us a call anytime. Well, let's take a look at the lower level.
Now, Nick, I know that we already touched on this a little bit, but I want to draw some attention to this carpet. I love this pattern. I love the feel of it. High tread carpet in the stairwell. It's a must-have. U-shaped stairwell. You have this little landing here in the middle. I love how they did this little ledge here in the wall. It just adds a nice touch.
Now this lower level, it's not staged, but we're going to do our best to give you an idea of how it would be laid out. So there's a wet bar directly behind us, but here's our like 5th or 6th different trim.
Nick's favorite parts of these homes. So you do have the acoustic wall here. They have this cutout so you can put your TV. Really nice job. I mean, you can't even see the seams where these 1x2s meet.
They do a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got these 3 big
Huge
picture
picture windows.
Again, we talked about in house number 1, the importance of a walkout, especially when you got a ranch or a reverse 1.5. It's probably one of the most functional things, functional lots you could build one of these plans on.
Yeah, you do have the walk-up wet bar. I like this color of tile that they used here on the floor. Very nice.
Oh, that's the same as the kitchen island. So that's a granite, I think.
Yeah, I like how they did the dark enamel. They did the dark sink. I like this floating shelf in the middle. You've got the glass cabinet doors. It's very nice. And one thing that's very cool about this lower level is you do have all these recessed lights. They did the knockdown on the ceiling to add some texture up there. Very, very neat.
Well, here's a cool one that we walked through before we started filming. You've got this like hidden storage space right here. And then you've got a true storm shelter. And I don't know, the light's not working. So true storm shelter, if you look at the ceiling there, that's an indication that maybe the front porch slab was suspended, which it costs a little bit more to do that, but it does give you the extra storage in the storm shelter, which is pretty neat.
Very neat. And so we talked about how this plan is super unique. It's very unique upstairs, the layout. Did you put it on the screen yet, Nick?
Yeah, we put it on the beginning, but every bedroom has a private bath. That's true down here as well.
And then you have a bedroom on this side of the rec room. The other bedroom is on the other side. A lot of privacy. So this room here, you do have the daylight. It is a walkout lot. It's kind of daylight on this side because the backyard is sloping. You've got the deck up above. Good sized room. And what I think is really neat.
Well, look at this. They did the electrical for a TV, just so you can hang it up right here, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, very nice that that's set up already. But this tile floor, a lot going on here. What do you think about that, Nick?
It's a modern home. You got to take some risks when you're designing something like this, and
I actually kind of like it. I think it's.
I like it too.
I think it's pretty cool.
Well, it's a lot of contrast, and you got that darker enamel color, so that makes a lot of sense. And then straight back, we've got the glass shower door, tile surround. You've got the corner shelf in there, and then you've got a walk-in closet.
And that is an extra wide vanity as well. So you have a linen closet here in the hallway, and this is storage back here, and it goes forever.
It's very big, which is part of the nice thing about these reverse 1.5s and ranches. The master's on the main, footprint of the house is much bigger. And oh, look at this nice little sitting area nook right there, reading nook maybe.
Yep. So bedroom number 2, you have your closet, corner full of windows, which is really nice. You can put a desk. Yeah, put a desk in that corner or something.
Now this does connect to the full bathroom, so you do have a door from the bedroom, but this is presumably the one that guests would use. So you've got the vanity, the modern light fixture up top, and then turn to the corner. This one has the tub with the tile surround.
All right, let us know in the comments, did you like house number 1, the Hillman Ranch, or house number 2, the Doyle Reverse? And we want to say thank you to Doyle Construction and Hillman Home Building, as well as the on-site agents here at Chapel Hill, Bill and Chrissy.
Now, any questions buying, building a new home in Kansas City, make sure to reach out. We walk through some of the best communities. We go through some of the best builders' homes. We'd love to make that information specific to you. So phone call, text message, email, and we'd be happy to set you up for success and make it happen for you. Last thing, there are 2 videos on the screen. There's actually a full playlist of all of our property tour videos. And then right here is the video YouTube thinks you'd enjoy the most. So click either there or here, and we'll see you on the other side.